Oh, life is bigger. It's bigger than you, and you are not me. The lengths that I will go to, the distance in your eyes. Oh no, I've said too much. I said it out. That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion, trying to keep out with you, and I don't know if I do it. Consider this, the hint of the century.
Hello everyone, welcome to this live stream. We will have a guest today. Hi MJ, hi Melouche, hi Draco, hi my buddy Snowberry. Welcome. No idea about the streamer time zone. Here we set is 10 p.m. It's east of Canada. Hey Sav, how is it going? Are you migrated yet? Hi Bob. Mars? What you took Mars? What are you saying, Reiko? Are you high? Yes, migrated. So then we might fight in a future season. Okay, I started the bot, so now you can type hashtag to join giveaway. I am on mic base, but I'm not playing much tonight. We'll have a guest, so it's in the title and description. This will be Temoc, who is in VKV now. So Temoc was in Gv3 with Dark Kraken and King Kong, and that is a younger state. So they had like not to enter the season to be able to migrate during the season of the older state. So they managed to join VKV in time to play the last three matches of All-Star against LNG, against Do, and against FoWa. So he will join soon. I just wanted to start as a live stream. First, make sure everything works so we can welcome him correctly, and I can check where's the base. Okay, this was the base of his friend who migrated with him, King Kong. But again, it's always a thing with the younger base. You see the kill troops and you think, okay, free to play in other state can be with that amount of kills, but those are actually super strong base. King Kong is close to max. Dark Kraken is not very far behind. But Temoc is also strong, but here we are far from max. Post guest name with bot. I don't like it when you tell me what to do. And if you open your eyes, you see it's in the title. Isn't it in the title? It's in the title. Let me ask moderator to come here. Where is the link for the live stream? Here. Feel free to time out people who tell me what to do. Really spicy today. No, less rules are clear. Like, don't tell me what to do. Don't comment on looks. And don't ask for gift. I'm not your mom. I'm not Santa Claus. Simple. Basically, behave like with real people. Easy, easy, super easy. Okay. Need to have the conversation with Temoc somewhere, because I actually told him what we were going to talk about, but I forgot. Okay, have it. Hi, Nak. How's it going? But it's almost reset. Is there something that hasn't been done on this base that we need to do before reset? I'm just worried that that Mike is not cared for, you know? Those trucks were not sent today. Okay, we are out of those. Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. And lame. Okay. 7 minutes to check that. Oh wait. Same migrated to ZZ7. Yes, and also Zeus. Zeus and Same migrated to ZZ7. Let's quickly check the migration stuff. Where are we? Ah. Okay. So state 20 has accepted already 4 bases. Sav should be here. Sav is here. Luigi, Sav, Buddy Hosti, and Puss. I don't know this one. State 128. They got Trooper KK, Lois Lane, Hummingbird, Wings Ride, Liquor, Temper, Teja, Superman, GJ1. I only Temper Teja because this is someone really chatty in fun groups. Hi Niranjan. Good evening Milo. Okay, stage 51. They got Yakuzu, Flay, Freaky Po, Anilis, Prefix, Origin Stefan, Miss Origin Stefan, again, Peter, Motherfucker, Furi. I don't know those players. Okay, 545. They got Albukari, right? Albukari, Baby Gucci, and Leo. Okay, that's big one. Also for 545, making their comeback. 249. Got Terence, Mini VV, Kamikaze. I don't know where those ones are not. They are not super big ones. 970. Oh, they also got a bunch. Shadow Monarch. Can't read that name. Oh, lots of 891. Midos, another mirror, mirror. Okay, don't know well those ones. 263. Lost Albuquerque. Who did I get? JPP, Reno, the Florence, Anobe, Saleo, DTK, Fisco, Zebra, Tokito, Betancourt, Shiny One. Again, I don't know where were those ones. 179. Application list. Vinipo, Mr. President. Ooh. Vivek, Dead, Ali. Chunga. Changa. Wife. Edgar Wolfai. D2F. Felto Zombex. Morra. This is for. I don't know those names again. Okay. Wait, which state were we looking at? Okay, 649. Reds Love. Again, names that I don't know very well. 738. I've heard a lot about that one. Badabam, Papa Smurf. Chef PP. Pisan Ace. Oh, that's the base I was showing in live stream yesterday. There's a cook. Sit and the Warrior. Brown Trade. Mars PSX. Domenico Bruno. Again, not big name here. Check the next one. 614. 679. Oh. 102. Still locked. Escaralda, Silver Screws. Again, not names that I know well. I love Ozma. What? It's funny, most don't know I am in VKV here. Yeah, some people think that you're actually a bot. Hi, Temoc. We're going around the migration list. That's a bit weird to have in 1 or 2 bases named I love Ozma. 54. Okay. So Ozma is really dominated this 102 state. That's terrible for HHZ. Okay, here we can see. Is that the cat I know? I'm not sure. Okay, again, names that I don't know well. Wait, which one? Okay. 1001, we got Dark Kraken, King Kong and Temoc. And 247 didn't approve anyone yet. Probably they wait to see if they can reopen. Where is J-Rock? Yeah, where is J-Rock? Hey, Manchu. Okay, Temoc, I'm gonna call you now. We are done with looking at the migration. What is that? Dear commanders, greetings from the wasteland. We've spent another year together witnessing updates and improvements of the game. Yay! Yay! Send 5 emoji in the chat. And creating many happy memories. Yay! Every piece of advice from you every piece of advice, they read every piece of advice from us, has driven us to make the game better and have more faith in the road ahead. New seasons, further improvements, and fantastic rewards. await you up ahead. Let's continue the journey toward a bright future. And there is a little box. Whoa, 1,000 diamonds! I got 1,000 diamonds! Ah, this made my day. Okay, let's call Temoc. Voice call. Make a voice call to Temoc. I hope it's work. Hello, hello. Oh, wait. Is this working? Your speaker volume is set to 0. No. Why does it say that? I'm gonna fix that. Line. Chat. Ah,
Hello,
I hear you
hello.
now. I hear you now. This was my fault.
Okay, perfect.
How is it going?
It's going awesome. How are you doing?
Good. It's late for me, Reset. What time is it for you?
For me, it's 8 p.m. So
Oh.
it's not that bad, actually.
Yeah, this is the perfect time for playing. So,
I know, right?
welcome to my live stream. We are listening.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very excited for you to invite me. I was not expecting it. And it's for sure, you know, anything that has to do with the game, it definitely interests me for a while. Honestly, I was not a gamer before this. I just played the occasional FIFA games and all of that on PlayStation, but this is the first game. I got an invitation in Facebook for a totally different game, killing zombies, and I don't know what, about a little over 2 years ago, and then it really captured me, and anyway, I just started playing as something to do in between meetings, and then I got completely hooked into the game. And of course, you meet all of these wonderful people, you know.
Yeah, and at some point, your meetings are the thing you do between your game meetings.
Yeah, exactly.
So what was I to say? Yeah, I'm super happy to have you here, and people are asking in the chat who you are. I quickly said earlier that you migrated during the season to VKV, so you played the end of All-Star with us, but not the season. But can you talk a little about the states you have been before and how you arrived in VKV?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started playing actually in 1283. That was my really true birth state. I met a lot of wonderful people. A lot of them are still playing actually in this bracket, just in different states. I stayed there for a while. It was for being the first time that I ever played this game. I guess I was in good hands because we had really organized leadership, and they kept everything documented almost to the same level that VKV does, which was amazing. I thought that everything was in the same fashion. And from there, you know, you start making friends. I got invited to play at 1296, which was also a very strong state in the bracket that they were originally at. There were a compilation of very strong players. So I have always been lucky, I guess, to know someone in those strong states that bring me in and really help me learn a lot. From there, I went into some different states like 1272. I landed in 1254, which is where Gv3 is. They always had a reputation because they had very strong players, very strong players, but a few very savvy players. A lot of people know Silent was kind of the strategy behind that team, along with Angus, both of them from China. So I don't know why they were playing in a international bracket, but they were, and that was good because some of those players really do know the game really well, and they are willing to teach you, etc. And there were a lot of other good players there from Greece. Mindlink really stepped up to be the leader of that organization, and it really grew. So they were a top state for several seasons, and that's where I really get to meet some of these amazing people that I see in this bracket. I knew about you guys from 1225, obviously almost got level compared to what we were, because when we started playing Eden, we just got some of the season heroes opened, and then you guys already were maxed on everything with 10 SP play SP heroes and all of that. So it was definitely a big jump, but always call our attention that one state that was young as 1225 was able to compete with such strong states, very old states that were at least twice or three times their age. So was always interesting to me to kind of going to a state like this, and that's where I met a lot of amazing players, and I was able to do some good bonds with Kraken and Kong that really grew incredibly fast for one of our states, and they were always, what do? Do we stay in this bracket? Definitely was a good experience. You know everybody, even though on the last season we were just mixed to an upper bracket, so you create a lot of new relationships, and sometimes you wonder if there is anything else, and Kraken, Kong, and myself were like, well, we feel like we're already on the top of this, so
Yes.
we wanted to kind of experience what is really moving into a state and bracket that is above like the top of everything, right? And it felt good to definitely try and come to VKV. We really didn't know anybody there other than just the typical videos that you guys posted in there, but Kong reached out to TSM and he was like, yeah, guys, we kind of heard about you and blah, blah, blah. So why don't you try and come join us? So it was really more of our initiative to join you, which I think it's always better have some players that want to be part of you than you trying to get players that maybe don't want to be part of you. You know, it's a different feeling. I think that we started with a lot of energy trying to come in and show what we have learned in these 2.5 years in the game, and kind of mix it with all of that incredible experience that you guys have, and all of the learnings that we can bring from you and from us. So that's really where everything started and how we got where we are now in the VKV underworld.
Okay, so I'm surprised because I assumed you knew players from VKV from 1225, but you didn't really have an opportunity to play against or with VKV when they were in 1225 then.
No, because I really wanted to have that experience. But as soon as when we were merged into the bracket, the VKV decided to go into the older bracket. So it was last season. And I kind of tried to, I know some players. There was, you were showing the Chef PP base yesterday. Chef definitely kept tips on us and was always asking us, hey, come over to this bracket, come over to this bracket. And we were always just trying to wait and get stronger, you know, because we definitely were not there. We were strong, but not strong to be, I guess, with the VKV. We wanted to just have a chance to grow a little more before we do that jump. And then when we finally were going to play, we tried to reach out to some of the players because they kind of do a dirty one to you, the devs, right? Where they kind of subscribed you to Eden, even you didn't want it to be on the bracket. You were already in plans to move. So I was excited actually for a second there because we fell on the same side. We're like, awesome, we're gonna get to play and then have some real competition between the Chinese bracket and some of the other states that were strong and rising. But then they end up solving the situation for you and you move. So no, we actually didn't know anyone. But like I said, I think we heard about each other, mostly us heard about you. But when we contacted, I guess, in this game, really a lot of people know each other and they provided some good reference about us. And TSM and the leadership decided to give us an opportunity to be part of the team. And I guess with what we were able to do, even it was very little in the All-Star closing and some of the fights that we had with DAO, we were able to kick their ass properly. So I guess that was good. Respectfully, of course.
Yes, respectfully kicking ass. So when you arrived to VKV and you were directly thrown into All-Star match. First All-Star match when you arrived against LNG, your base was not ready, so you played King Kong, right?
Right, yes, because my base wasn't already in the state, or was in the state, but it was late to go in. So Kong, when he's not available, or Kraken, allow me to use their base, which is very nice of them. So I went in, and definitely was a shock because you provide a lot of instructions, and I was like, okay, I hope that I don't mess up, but I did just what I was asked, and I think it was well done. So we were able to get that win very easily, actually.
Yeah, first match against LNG, we were really outpowering LNG already without you guys, and with you, it was a bit terrible for LNG. But we only had matches like this, all-star, until the next match that was against DAO that we lost.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
This one you were on your own base. And
yes, I was on my own base. It was kind of, it was super close, but I guess even though we kind of lost, it really showed the strength and power of the team, because we were not able to get into the middle to grab the keys on time.
Yeah.
But even without that, the score was incredibly tight. So
Yes.
if we were able just to get a hold one of those keys, we will have won, and most likely we will have won the first place. But I really enjoyed that fight, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that was the battle that should have been the finals, It wasn't as fun for DAO against XZC, and not because XZC was not good, but they had 2 bases banned. So they couldn't play with all their team. So that's a bit sad. Yeah. But you enjoyed it even with losing, so I'm happy. And it shows like, many people try to recruit strong players to their team. And if you have a strong team, there is always a risk that people join with the expectation of winning and getting all the best prize. And you join, we lose, and you are happy. So I think we did perfect on migration and on recruitment.
Yeah, that was great, honestly. And we are really hands-on on the game, especially when we can, and we try to support each other. That weekend was that we lost the battle with DAO was very, very busy. And TSM contacted me, and he was like, okay, so we're going to Dawn, and I need you to grab the LC, and we will just protect you and kill everybody around you. I was like, okay. My kind of game. So we were able to do it, right? But that's exactly what we wanted. We were used to on Gv3 to carry the team, carry a lot of teams, a lot of responsibility. We have a lot of really great friends, but we really wanted to be more on the other side, where we are support and we grow with the team. Fortunately, we have very strong players. Hopefully all of them stay, or at least the majority, or we get some new ones, but it's definitely exciting to be here.
I see in the chat a question from Sav asking, Mel, press rewind, what alliance had banned base? So that was XZC, that was against DAO in finals. So XZC had 2 of their strongest base banned. I don't know what happened, but they couldn't log in. I don't know if it has been fixed since, but they couldn't log in for the match against DAO. So 2 big bays of XZC out, and yes, that made it a bit lame for the finals. Sorry, Temoc. Yeah, you said you were carrying lots of things in Gv3, and we changed your role between the Oblivion All-Star against Do and the Oblivion All-Star against FoWa, because I asked you, would that be okay to like manage gathering plus rocket repair shop plus stuff plus rallies, and you were like, yeah, that's okay, we are used to do everything at once, right?
Yes, in Gv3, basically, we definitely had a few support bases, but we kind of had to do everything. And when Kong and Kraken weren't available, here I was with 3 bases at the same time, doing everything, at least to support the team and allow them to be able. But I was gathering, sending, holding, and all this kind of stuff. So I like the strategy. I think that the team felt a lot better. Now, looking at Kraken is a beast, same as Kong. Kong just was sending along with 2 of the other very strong players, Rhino. They were sending the rallies non-stop. I was joining as many rallies as I could. At the same time, I was going after the buildings that I was responsible, but holding 2 of my other APCs to kick anybody that was kicking our team from gatherings. So I think that all of us got the rhythm now a little better from the last. But I hope that this 3rd place battle was before the DAO one, because I think that everybody felt a little overconfident that we did very good in the previous battle. I think we did 120 something against 40 or something like that, and then we go to a very tight match. If we wouldn't have the other one and then have some of our players steer with us, I think that we would have done better. But it's okay.
We had like no chance to actually test what we were doing. So it's like doing buildings plus gathering plus rally at the same time against an alliance that cannot really react because they are too weak. Feels like we are so powerful, we are so good. I managed to do everything at the same time. But then you are against Do and you're like, oh no, I cannot use an APC to go gathering because I need all my APC on the rocket repair shop. So I cannot do that.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
So in FoWa, the base Kraken and King Kong were not in the same place, and they were both at the same place, so they could send APC to gather more easily. So and also Luigi the Pig, he was definitely, and I believe was silent on our side at times, because sometimes I would just see the red lines and I was about to send and I just saw silent going as a turbo speed to the APC. So definitely, I mean, we are, I guess we may not be in the game as long as you have with 4 or 5 years, but in the 2 years that we have been, we definitely know how to learn, how to read the game, and we did a better job in doing that this time. I think that I am excited to see who else comes to VKV and how the bracket continues to evolve. I'm sure a lot of other strong players from the younger states are going to look into kind of doing the same. My mailbox is just packed all day with players that are looking into coming to us. How is it? Is it really different? Are you excited? Are you still motivated? Because a lot of them just lose the motivation when you have 2 or 3 max bases and you don't know your place in the game. Here we have several max bases, and definitely there is always a good place for everybody to put a little grain of salt into the game, I think. Yeah, and it's easier in an alliance where there are multiple really big bases than someone who is just active. The activity is bringing a lot to complement the big base, even if the base is not so strong. So younger bases that are active and passionate have their place here.
Yeah, exactly.
I see a comment from J-Rock in the chat. He says that for the final of All-Star, it could be good to change how it happened, to have it Robin style. So like a bracket of 4 alliances that all fight each other. instead of having the final with top one of two bracket or top two of the two brackets.
I agree,
Yeah.
because I kind of follow how VKV got into the third position battle, and we actually were way better than the team that went into the final. So I don't understand how a team that got so much more points and show more strength and didn't lose a single battle. We should have just at least have 2-3.
Yeah.
Maybe like they do in other sports. Hey, win 2-3, and then we will see who goes into the last. But yeah, that was interesting for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So, like we talked some details of the battle against Do, against FoWa, but like in general, looking at VKV, like maybe in comparison to Gv3 or what you've seen in the past, what do you think about like the coordination in the VKV or the communication before the battle? Because I know I send you like a lot of messages.
Yes, so it's obviously is way different because in Gv3, on these states when the brackets are merging without any state wanting to be merged, and they just take you to stronger and stronger brackets, a lot of players just get demotivated. So our personal life happens, and you lose a lot of good players. So even though we had some people supporting with the strategy, we didn't have the level that we were used to, like when you are doing with all of these documented instructions and the map and locations and what we definitely have to do our homework. I guess one thing that I will say is that from the strategy that we had in Gv3, we had 3 to 4 players that within the chat game were telling everybody what to do. Where in here, everybody knows more what to do because they have been in this for a while. And that will be the only thing that I kind of would have missed when I was just brand new in the first game, or somebody just saying, hey, go here, go there, etc. Instead of just trying to find my place. And it's not like we have not played Oblivion before. Of course we have, but we know that everybody has a special. We're not going to be attacking bases just for attacking bases. All of this that you will normally do when you don't have this level of coordination definitely was kind of what I will see as different. But I definitely did appreciate, and I can talk for Kong and Kraken as well, all of the documentation. We were able to consume that relatively fast. We talk a lot between each other. Hey, this is what I believe we should do, etc. We talked to you. You were very kind with another 2 players also that immediately jumped and answered our questions. So definitely that experience was something that I was missing from our Gv3 team. We do definitely have a good family, a lot of good friends in there that we miss. But we just needed to evolve, and this is exactly what we were looking for when we were talking about evolving. We're very happy to be here, and that's mainly because of this. A lot of coordination, a lot of personal contact when you need to answers. I mean, all of us now, we assume are experienced players, so the questions are not gonna be simple, but for sure, just having someone that will immediately jump and say, hey, here's what you need to do, or here's what you need to do, that's definitely refreshing and makes you still want to continue to play, because after 2 years of playing this game and going through all of the state dramas and all of the personalities and blah blah blah,
that
people
is not over.
just it doesn't finish, but at least you have people that will just make you feel welcome, and we want to play this game to kind of unfocus a little bit from real life. And I think knowing where to go and having someone like you guys that have been successful for a bit and are still having that energy to continue to be successful regarding who comes in or who goes out, that's definitely what excites people,
Yeah, you have a message from Bad Bob in the chat. So Bad Bob say, "We got your back, Temoc."
That's awesome.
Yeah. And with what you said, like about someone being in the chat to indicate what to do in Gv3, there is Talk of New York in the chat also saying we need to use a voice chat, like to have maybe a call during Oblivion. And this is like a recurrent debate, like having a call or not a call, because this obviously limits two people speaking same language. And what do you think? Did you have a call in Gv3?
We never did, and we joined Discord, and there was one of our friend players that started it and trying to hook us into a different game. I liked it. I don't know if it will be too much, especially with, I mean, not everybody speaks English, right?
Yeah.
So we have people from Russia, from India, Pakistan, and all different countries. So it will. I think it will be interesting for sure. I will definitely like to have a group and see if that makes a difference. But like I said, I think that you are very experienced, and we also have a lot of experience, so we kind of make it work.
Yeah, personally, I prefer written. Especially, like you say, some people don't understand. And I've been in some alliance where they were using vocal chat, and sometimes it replaced the written medium. So they would forget to send the message in bookmark or in the chat, not thinking, but many people don't understand. So if there's enough coordination, like you can have the vocal chat, and some people are dedicated to forwarding the communication to people speaking other language, could work. It sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah. Temoc sounds hot. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And I'm not even doing my Barry White voice, you know. I should start speaking a little more like this, and we will see.
Or you can do different accents.
I can do Russian accent. I can do different accents, yeah, for sure.
You can do Russian accents?
I can do a little bit.
Can you speak
Like,
Russian?
I do not speak Russian. My kid learned, since we live in Florida, there is a big Russian population in Miami, you know?
Okay.
So my son definitely speak a little Russian, I think.
I've never been to Florida. Everyone in Quebec is going to Florida in winter. I've never been. Huh.
It's beautiful to go on vacation, definitely.
Yeah, especially when it's minus 30 degrees here in Quebec. Yeah, and Dakraken and King Kong, where are they from? Can we say?
I think they are both in the US, and they are in the Virginia area. So
Okay.
I'm actually trying to see if I move closer to them, because they just can't live without me, you know. They are both little boys.
Oh. Have you ever met in real life?
No, we haven't,
Yes.
but we have seen photos from each other. I guess that probably counts as meeting. Yeah. I am not from Florida. I am originally from Mexico, but I have been in the US for 21 years. So, but I lived in Florida, yes. I live in Texas too, and Colorado.
Have you met with any player from Last Shelter?
In person, you mean?
Yes.
No, I have not. I mean, we have definitely seen each other in camera and things like that. I had a really good friend which lives in Poland. Actually, he lives in Germany, Karian. A lot of people know him in the game. He actually was a great strategist. And he always, I think he was the guy that was managing the Mars base or something like that. He was managing a very big base in the older bracket that had a photo of a guy and his wife or girlfriend, whatever that is. But that base a year ago was fully maxed. I'll ask him which base is that.
A guy and girlfriend. Vivans. No. Yeah?
He was a guy from the US that had a fully maxed base, and he was the one managing that base.
Okay.
I'll ask him which one it was, but he definitely always was. And I have definitely had video chats with him, and it's just weird, you know, because I don't know and everybody else, but when I joined, this was my first video game, and I remember telling my wife, I am not going to go into any of those stupid chats. because I am not into going into chats. And then I realized one month in the game, and I am not gonna do anything if I don't join one of those chats.
So, how is your life living with your wife living with a cohabitation with Last Shelter?
Oh my God. I mean, I guess you don't realize how much you are into the game until you hear somebody else or see it through somebody else's eyes, you know? Because I have never necessarily just skipped. I am very organized in doing whatever I do in real life, but I will just wake up super early to be on fights or stay late. And I think that she definitely noticed that, even though she was at times mostly asleep, she definitely realized that is a life change, and that. But she also saw. She always supports me on everything that I do, and that's what I love this woman. But definitely, she will be now like, okay, so we're not gonna put the game into the budget, right? I'm like, budget? What are you talking about, a budget? You know, I always wanted to kind of keep it secret even to myself how much I was spending on this game, and then she was like, no, let's do a budget. I'm like, no, let's just keep it. I'm not spending, and of course I was definitely the opposite of not spending, you know.
I love how you say that. Keep it secret even to yourself. I think many people can relate to that.
Honest to God, I tried the hardest to keep it secret to myself. I will just not go to KOP and see, because then I will know how much I spend, and I will be like, no, I'm gonna use the card now directly on the game, because I don't want to see how much I'm spending on this stupid thing, you know. No, but I have so much. It's so addictive, you know. You have so much fun. It's definitely the hardest to try to. You see friends that are leaving because they overspent, and then you are like, dude, no, just keep it calm and don't spend. And inside you are like, oh, he's done. He's not spending. What am I gonna do now? You know?
Yeah. But I like your wife idea to make a budget, but I understand this is super hard to look at the number as actual number. But
I know,
that's
right?
a smart thing to do.
Yeah, I'll try and put myself in a position where I can come up with a budget, I guess, at some point.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But I don't know, for me, when it started, like, I started 6 years ago. You started later, but 6 years ago it was like beginning of COVID and lockdown and stuff like that. So it was super easy to play this mind game with yourself, being like, well, that's just my restaurant budget going to something else. So my restaurant budget is that amount, so that will be my game budget. And it works because everything was closed, so it was easy to spend guilt-free. But
I know, right?
later it's different. Now that everything is reopened.
I wish that I was playing this game before COVID, because I was traveling so much, and I went to Hong Kong. And then I don't know if this is true or not, but everybody has this feeling that the Chinese bracket, everything is cheapest to them, and I was like, I could have maxed my base when I was in Hong Kong so easily. Of course, probably that wasn't the case, but I did see a lot of because they have China Pay and they have WeChat and all of these things. I will definitely see when I was using those applications that a lot of promotions pop up for all kinds of different games that they have going on over there. I wasn't into gaming back then, so I didn't really. But I definitely wish that I was. And then if it was true that in China everything is cheaper, then I could have just maxed my base, even though it wouldn't be too much, because when I started, you were considered. I just remember back in the time when all of your problems were, who am I going to be mixing with this season 1 hero with this other season 1 hero, you know? And you had like 5 or we have 4 SP heroes, and if you had the 4 SP heroes, you were a max base. So I miss those days. Now we have 2 new SP heroes and the UR hero. Oh my God, it's just too much.
Oh, I have a question for you. When you started game, there were already SP heroes in the game, right?
No, there was when I started the game, they introduced. It was just before they introduced Maggie and Daryl.
Oh, that was really in the first SP hero. So my question was like, before all the SP hero in season 3, it was amazing to have the Three Sisters APC. For you, were there like SP heroes messing that up, or was the Three Sister APC something big still in season 3?
Oh yeah, definitely. Having the Three Sisters was huge. I mean, I didn't have them, and Karian did have them, and there was another player, Shahid, from Pakistan. He had one of the first max bases, and there was another player from China, Gambler. Very nice guy. He had a fully max base, and I remember that he got in the event the 2 horses skin. And yeah, that's definitely back then that I got in just when they introduced. I remember it was $1,000 to max one SP, one of the first SP. Yeah. So if you had 4 of them, you could already tell, oh my gosh, that player spent $4,000. Oh wow.
Yeah, that was crazy. $4,000. Wow. Oh, and now you don't look at how much you spend.
No, now I don't think that we will go far in this anniversary with $4,000. So
yeah, right. Anniversary event about to start also. Oh.
But it's incredible how much it has changed, you know?
Yeah, what are you thinking of that changed?
Well, I think that the game has turned more and more into definitely forcing us to bring the wallets out and go deep and deep and deep if you really want to keep the base relevant. I wish there was more chances on doing it. Of course, even if it's a lot more work, or even to get some of these anniversary skins like the one that we're gonna get, the game should give people at least a year, you know, to come up with spending those 6 million or $8 million diamonds, or collecting them in some other way, shape, or form, because otherwise only few people can really. And I think doing something there or a trade system that is more than the one that we currently have. For example, I have packs and packs of skins or equipment for heroes that I cannot use because my hero is already maxed. So it will be nice for all of that stuff to be able to go into some place and say, hey, you don't have it, but you have something that I need, or hey, you don't have it, but you're doing amazing and you support me with so many of my bases, or I don't know, you know, you always have some friends that definitely love the game for the game and don't spend a dime, but you wish that they could really have better bases, because they are definitely key in the alliance.
Yeah, you want to keep their base relevant to make sure that they stay with you in a top alliance.
Yeah, exactly. That's the change that I've seen. And then when I am, I think I have about 130 farms. I have not been able to bring 10% of those to 101, but whenever I build a new one, you will get the feeling of how the brand new states are. And it's really refreshing to see from the second that you open the game, they want to sell you something, right? And I am like, it wasn't like that when I started playing 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't the same when you started playing 6 years ago.
No, it wasn't, because I was sponsored at some point by The Walking Dead Survivor, which is almost the same game. And I didn't like it because when I was logging in Last Shelter, I could directly play. And when I was logging in Walking Dead, I was spammed with all those pop-up of packs to buy, heroes to buy that you could only get in packs. And I thought, what is this game? I don't want to play this game that is spamming me with packs to buy heroes that I cannot get for free. So I didn't manage to stay on the Walking Dead game. But now Last Shelter is the same. You open the game and you have to close pack like 6 times because they show you the 6 current packs, and this takes a while before being able to play because of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So you go into the game, and immediately after you go in, they are like, "Hey, we have this incredible package where you can buy Shoraman." I'm like, who in their right mind will buy Shoraman, first of all, even if it was for $1, you know? I am not gonna
Yeah.
buy Shoraman. But they try to sell people like that, you know, and I'm like, wow, okay.
I mean, back in the day, some probably well, because I remember CITES complaining that, oh no, I bought all the packs in the game, I cannot buy more packs, you know?
Yeah.
Some people were buying all the packs. Now there's no more limit.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that the packages, first of all, the $100 packages should go down to $10 packages. If they do that, I guess it probably will invite more people to spend on the game. I think it's too much, because sometimes when you try to talk to people, I feel embarrassed, you know, say, well, you know, I just maxed the UR hero for $2,000. And I'm like, well, that seems to me a lot of money for spending it on something like this. But anyway.
I think could be fun. Like, they cannot take all the advantage of people who spend a ton, obviously, because someone who spend hundreds of thousands in their base, they need to have some advantage somewhere. But they could give an opportunity to other base to be like specialized in something, you know?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
If as a free-to-play you have to choose, you cannot be strong and fast and have easy base development or whatever, but maybe you choose to be fast, and then you can specialize your base in being fast, but you will be super slow to build troops, super slow to research, super weak or whatever, but your speed will be as good as the best base, you know? Like, have possibility to specialize.
I absolutely. Or even, you know, when we first start in this game, we get to choose whether we want to be a farmer or a raider or a builder, and it really or you want to be in the commerce, right? I don't remember what is the exact name of that. But
trader with the helicopter.
Trader. Yeah, but when you choose any of those, there isn't really some significant advantage. And I think even if you're a farmer, and they actually formalize the concept of a farm where they will give you stuff so you can manage multiple farms in the game, because we need them. We need titanium to grow and all of this. And I think that will definitely be plus. But I think that the same development company that built our game now has a lot of other games. So I just see all of these opportunities to kind of present packages to us instead of really put something that will be of significance for us in the game, you know, to make it more exciting. Like you're saying earlier, just in this All-Star, make the 4 top teams really play against each other a little bit more than just go in and first you win and then that's it. Because a lot of things can happen where another player can't be there, or I don't know, whatever. But there are other situations. I remember back when I was playing, they said that they used to be, myself, for example, I miss a lot of the Doomsday stuff. I really enjoyed the planning on Doomsday and all of that, and I think it was very exciting. And they should have in Eden. Somebody mentioned to me from the older states that there used to be where in Eden you can go into a special area where you can have a Doomsday. I don't know if that was true or not, but that probably will be cool to just allow you to bring some of that stuff to the game.
Do you mean the frontier states? They tested a new sort of Doomsday recently in the frontier states, which are the test states. So it's kinda like the old Doomsday, but with few differences. Like, you know who will be your duel opponent in advance, so you have more time to prepare for the duel, and you can also place bets on the duels, on who will win the duels. There are also a sort of bracket for the duels, like the top alliance can only declare on the top 4 alliance. they cannot declare on weaker alliance, on farm alliance and stuff like that. The farm alliance can only declare on farm alliance because they are like 4 rank for the alliance.
I see.
So then you get promoted or demoted depending on your result. There are some problems in the ranking, but this was like a great way to avoid all the friendly declaration and declaring on way weaker alliance and stuff like that. So it has potential for another Doomsday, but there is still the problem that now the states are more unbalanced than before.
Yes, and also, you know, in 1296 and 1283, I don't know if this happened ever in the other states or not, and why did it stop? It used to be that on Fridays you could jump into any state in your bracket and kick ass.
Yeah.
Why did that stop? I mean, that was amazing.
Yeah.
We could just gang bang into one state, you know, that we, for some reason, we always have that one state that nobody likes. And we will all just go there, or everybody will come to our state, you know, we will be that one state that nobody likes.
Gangbangs were so fun.
Yeah.
No, yeah. And even before that, the killing event were more fun. I guess it was already kind of stopped when you started, but the cloning center was working differently. So you could clone your troops kind of free to play for a big amount of it. So the killing events were really played to like fully. Now we have deal every Friday, and this is crazy boring. But fighting costs too much troops. Boring. Yeah,
I think that in the game there should be some rule that it doesn't allow any state to get their own LC if they don't have a certain amount of kills already completed. Like the first 30 minutes should be, you need to be on war, and then after that happens and you see that you get into your average of kills completed, then you can recapture or whatever your LC. But all of these deal just makes people get, we already have deals on Eden, we have now deals on LC, so we never really get to get our hands dirty, you know?
Yeah, it's like, why are we even making troops if we're not fighting at any point? Only when the troops all come back, then, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, so I think we have a deal with our opponent this Friday, but just you and I, we're gonna destroy that state, okay? We go rogue. We go rogue.
Let's go rogue. Let's go all the way with our farms.
Yeah. But no, of course, we respect our leaders.
Yes.
Kinda sometimes.
We can change the name to our base so Rhino doesn't know, because he sent a message. We have a deal and all of that. We can change our name so nobody will know, you know?
Yeah. How would they know? Like,
how will they know?
You know, we check the base ID of base for Eden. So in case someone's changed name. But you weren't in the Eden season, so your base ID is not recorded by leadership yet. You can do it.
I can do it. I'll go ghost.
Yes.
Nobody will know.
Yes. Go. Okay, so it's been like almost 1 hour we are talking. I think we've went through everything I wanted to talk about with you, about the match of All-Stars, the difference between young state and new state and all state, and your first impression of VKV. So I guess we call each other again like a few weeks after Eden is started to get your impression of VKV in Eden. How does that sound?
That sounds awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, J-Rock is in the chat. He says, I just took snapshot of ID.
Oh my God. There's always a snitch, you know?
Yeah, he's tracking us.
She's tracking us. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so... No fun, J-Rock. Let's take King Kong base to do that.
True, true. Nobody has taken the ID from that one, right? Or Kraken.
Yes. Okay, so
Awesome.
before we all go rogue and inspire all the chat to go rogue with us, I think it's time to close the live stream and for me to go to sleep because it's 11 p.m.
Awesome.
Thank you so much, Temoc, for being here with me. It was really a pleasure having you in live stream, so I hope we do that again soon.
So, thank you so much,
Yes.
and have a nice night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, bye. He closed the call. Amazing. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Let me check. No one joined giveaway, so we do that at another time. I think we will have a live stream tomorrow. Bad Bob has an extra skin that he can give the chat, but I prefer like planning it and making the live stream link in advance so everyone can know about it and join. So thank you, Bad Bob, again for this. Yeah, that was super nice to have Temoc here. Thank you everyone for tuning in. See you very, very soon in another live stream, probably tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but if the weather is bad and I have zero motivation of going out, I will have the live stream. Bye everyone, have a nice day. Bye.